Hello everybody and welcome to another stream. I'm live. Yes, I am live. Okay, so there has just been a Hellion Patch. Now apparently they got the key bindings stuffed up or something, so there was another patch straight after that. I checked, there wasn't any server patch, it was just a client patch. So we have wiped the servers, everything's clean. And we are starting our new base once again in the world of Hellion. So let's start the game up and we can have a look at some of the patch notes and see what is going on. So let me fire this guy up there. Now I am on the Discord, !Discord. If you want to join me there, you can welcome to join us in on our server, !Games. In chat, we'll give you the link to the server. Let me just get... Oh, I've got this thing up and running. Just give me a sec. Oh, yeah, I need to update that. Okay. So, let's head on there. Alright, so, Hellion, new patch. 1.11. So, we're going to have to start a completely new base. Now, what we're doing... Hey, Pedro. So what we are going to do, and Pedro Gaming is now hosting me. Thank you very much for that host. Right, so what we are going to do, let me first of all take off my, there we go. So I am live in the Discord chat as well. So if anybody wants to hop onto that while we're playing, you are welcome to do so. Alright, so we are going into our server. Now the password in that is... Don't know what that means, type in password in chat and you understand. Alright, so where do we go? We are going to start a fresh start because it's a fresh server, fresh start. And we're going to see if this works. Now apparently somebody did mention that they were having some issues with the inventory not working. So we're going to have a look at that. So everything looks dark. Okay. I took stuff out from inventory. Is the sound right? The sound is... Am I hearing... Could it be sound? Could be sound. Hit Bob strength. Audio. Ew, what am I... that's not very good. Okay, that was interesting. So turn bloom off. Turn motion blur off. Put it on to fantastic. Yeah, now I can hear sound. Okay. For some reason, it actually changed my sound settings. Okay. Okay, so that's power 42. So everything looks good here. Now, what is the song? Interesting. Why is that going funny? Here we go. I don't know, things are going weird today. Things are very weird today. Charlie Force one-man raid. Excellent. How you doing, Mr. Charlie Force? I've missed your one-man raids. Your one-man raids have been missed. Alright, so we kind of got all this there. Alright, so let's have a look. So everything's on there. Helmet. And everything looks like it's working. I mean, I am doing things right. Let's just see what is going on here. Close that. Red and white. Hey, Charlie Falls, thank you for the host. Alright, so let's see if we pick that up. Now. Ah! I think this is what they were talking about. I think this is what was mentioned. Look at this. Once it's in your inventory, it's stuck. Alright, so let's try logout shuffle and see if that works. Because if it's stuck there like that, that's not going to be good. That's pretty much unplayable. If it is that. Right, so. Alright. That is bugged. That is definitely a bug. They're pretty much. Yeah. Now that shouldn't be a server thing. We could try restart the server, see if that fixes it. Let's just see what they actually fixed up. So if we look at the Steam community, because I actually was quite excited about this. Alright, so one of the things that they did do is they changed the whole docking visualization in that. You know, and the matching with velocity and stuff like that. So I was actually looking forward to trying that. Alright, EVA helmet tweak. EVA can be taken off and placed inside a secondary slot in the suit. That's another big thing that we've been really wanting. That's huge, because we always had to put the helmet down that. Now you can always have the helmet with you. Winded mode tweak. Okay. Looting dead characters. Oh, that's cool. Change dead character despawning mechanics and timers. Alright, so that's... So, I mean, being able to loot your dead body in that is a very useful thing. Add an airlock function to the cargo's hold. Mining canisters now show up notification when full. Helmet UI improved. Okay, bug fixes. Optimized. Optimization is always good. Removing suit with items in pockets. Picking up suit with items in it. Undocking ships from airlock to airlock. Ship HUD disappears. Directional and lateral speeds. So there's been some nice bug fixes and stuff like that. Been some good bug fixes. However, there is a bug at the moment that renders the game unplayable, and that is this. Once you've picked up something, pick this guy up. But there you go. I can't get it out of my suit. Alright, now we tried doing the login shuffle. Let me go and let me see what happens if I do the game shuffle. So we're going to stop it. Hey, I'm going to get kicked out. Oh no! Oh, you see memory leak. So that's not good. Something funny is going on there. Anyway, so that killed my game. You see, there's the disconnected. Right, so let's start this up again. Okay, so the game started again. Right, and let's see if I've still got that issue. Right, so there it is. Now, if we've got this issue, then we really can't play it until they fix it up. Yep, still there. The last thing we could try do is literally clear the server. So shut it down and delete the save files, reset the server back to the beginning. So let's try that. Stop it. These are all the save files. You remove these, and this basically refreshes the server. Start it again. I mean, literally, it's that quick to stop and start the server. Right, so now we've got a completely fresh server. And let's see if this bug is still there. So, there you go, coming out. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get onto this. I'm going to put the suit on. Get to that bug straight away. So, put on my suit. If this is still bugged, then what I think we'll do is swap over and I'll play some Elite. I was enjoying Elite last night. Elite is actually kind of fun. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but let's grab this big pack. Let's have a look here. Ooh. 1, 2. Okay. Nope. Nope. So what we've got there is we have got a bugged server. I've got the latest client update. I've got updated it just before we started. Hey Azilis. In chat. Oh yeah, so I've got it so yeah, this is broken. We can't play because we can't pick up anything and put it in inventory. So this is not a good thing. However, we can look at one thing just before we start. Let us go and have a look at what the new docking screen looks like. So we're just going to kind of try that new docking screen and see what happens. But yeah, no, don't let me out! Oh, no! I could blow out the airlock. I've been airlocked. Right, so let's go see what this new docking screen. Damn, the thing blew me out. Some would say I just got a massive blowjob there. It blew me right out. Sorry. Bad joke. Bad joke is bad. Bad joke is bad. I should be ashamed. But I'm not. I'm not ashamed at all. Nope. Alright, whoa. And this is why we have an adult stream, people. Oh, look at that. Look at that new docking port thing. Okay, airlock. Standard docking port. Wow. Nice. Outpost. Oh, look at that. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, look at where? So yeah, so they've really they've updated the UI for this, and look at the top left, the top right at least. You can kind of see your target. Oh, no, I press tab. Get back there. Okay, that's a bit of a docking port issue. Let's see. Oh, okay, so they look at that little you look at the little red line indicating. The little red line indicates your speed. You've got the top line over there that is indicating your roll. Okay, so you see, you kind of want to be in the green zone. You want to be in that green zone. So when it's green, your roll, you kind of still within the limits. The distance. Yeah, so look at that. Come on, get up. So if I change that. Okay, so this docking port thing is very nice, this module. You know, the UI for this new module is great. The problem is we can't actually play the game now because we can't pick up inventory and we can't do anything with the inventory. You can pick it up, but once it's in our bags, it's not working. And this is actually one of the reasons with these what do you call it, with the patches, one of the reasons they're not doing them on Friday anymore. They're giving them like a day, they're giving themselves a day or two before the weekend so that any of these sort of patches can be corrected. Yeah, the game is completely buggered at the moment, and that's the problem. I mean, it's actually, you know, I don't at the moment I'm playing this kind of once a week, really, on patch day. You see the new stuff, and it is nice doing it that way because we are getting a good look. Look at that. You see, now it's green to show that I'm within a good docking distance. And look at that, the one on the top. Look on the top left, the top right, sorry. On the top right, you can kind of, well, on the top right, you can actually see, you want to get it in a circle. So that tells you it's kind of whether you're on target or not. Yeah, so I like this new interface. It's a lot of information, but it's not kind of, it's with simple cues. That's kind of the key. A lot of information with simple cues. And it's like, you know, things are in the green. Everything's in the green. Perfect. So that works really nicely. I am a fan of this new system. I'm definitely a fan of this new system. Of course, the issue is, you know what? Let's not even bother with that. Let's press X. Ooh, okay, so that's changed. New. That's changed as well. You see that they've cleaned up the targeting thing a bit. Is good. Yeah, I mean, it's alpha. It's absolutely an alpha in the true sense of the word. You know, I've heard some things about the game running out of money. So that's why they wanted to work on it for a couple of more months before they released it to early access. But, you know, they're running out of money. So it's they chose to kind of release it in its current alpha patch. However, unlike some games, they are constantly talking to people. They're constantly fixing bugs. Every week they become really reliable that every week we are getting new patches and stuff like that. And new fixes. And I mean, they are working on content, but at the same time, yeah, they realize the bugs are important and they're fixing them. Like, I'm pretty convinced that in a couple of hours, this patch, you know, they'll release another patch to fix that inventory bug. I mean, they had one with the key bindings. Like, it took them like a half an hour to release a new patch for it. So with the inventory bug, fairly convinced that they will release a patch really soon on it. I want to see what the ship docking thing looks like. But yeah, the user friendliness of that new docking thing is pretty good. Now the question, of course, is how to actually find when you're on the ship and you got the grappling hook and you want to turn around to find it. How easy is it to actually find it? So that's kind of the question I want to see. Right, so let's just start this up. Hey, tomatoes. Actually, what that? Oh, that is online. Cooldown. Do we put this on? Okay, so these are both on. Click to toggle on. Okay. Right. So really, what we want to check. We want to check what the docking panel actually looks like on the ship. It's probably a very similar thing. I see. So you got your stuff on the right. Ooh, interesting. Right click is no longer zooming in. That is interesting. I can no longer zoom in to look at things with the right click. Oops, come on. Okay, so that's something that's changed. Let's see, F1. Zoom in, mouse 1. Yeah. The weapon tool. Speed control. Social. So, oh, and that's loot L. What's L loot? Never heard that one. Oh no, done. Hell. Right, so let's try the dock there. Okay, so airlock, grapple. Okay, so we're going to grapple to the outpost. Standard docking port. Alright, so let's see if we can find this. Alright, look at the top right hand corner. There's got a dot. Now, if that is correct, that dot holy crap. How much easier was that to find than the frickin' arrows that are all over the place? Let's turn this around. So bring that dot into the center. That was my biggest problem with the docking. I could never find the other ship from the docking port. For me, that was the hardest part of the docking. Finding the other ship. And look at that. That is an absolutely great change. Distances are nice. So I am a definite fan of this new UI. This new UI is definitely a good thing. I mean, yeah, so I am a fan of this new UI, absolutely. Okay, but I'm gonna have to check the Twitter arena. Oh, so look, I'm coming upside down. So what if I? Yep. Too far. That I'm in the green zone. Whoops. Green zone. And so yeah, so this new docking port. Okay, so Hasuman, what this is this is a space survival game, but it is very much kind of focusing on a lot of Newtonian physics. It's focusing on kind of survival in space with Newtonian physics and stuff like that. Very realistic type game. You know, it's a difficult game. It's kind of like, you know, like Kerbal is kind of, it's a difficult game to master. And once you do, you get that good sense of achievement. This is very similar in that aspect. Like this docking. Before, the docking was incredibly difficult because of the way Newtonian physics move in that. However, at the moment, the game has got one game-breaking bug, which means that I can't really play it. But the things I can do is looking at the new stuff, which is they've redone this whole docking port thing. And it's definitely a huge improvement. Now, in this game as well, air and stuff like that are serious things. It is not something, you know, it's kind of like opening the airlock there. I pretty much wasted a ton of air. That's not an airlock, that's kind of a, I mean, look at that, everything's in the green. And zoom. But yeah. Okay, so that's all done. Now, what I'm going to do is absolutely nothing, because this is the problem. We've got these guys. I can't take these out of my suit stuff. Yeah, and that's... yeah, I can't even do that. So this wheel, this inventory thing is completely busted. Yeah, that's exactly right, Silver Dreams. Exactly right. And we've got the new patch. But wonder if there's anything on their Twitter. Let's have a look. See if they've actually said anything on their Twitter. Game control should be working now. Please update your game. Alright, they don't know about it. They actually don't seem to know about it, which is a problem. Oh, yeah, no, we tried the relogging. We've tried the sort of server restart. We've tried server wipe and restart. But it's unfortunately it's not working. We've tried all the different methods. I mean, I could show you. Do a log out, log back in. We've got a community server which you're welcome to play on. Yeah, it's if you type an exclamation point games in chat, you can get access to our community server. Alright, so look at that. See, that's a relog. Right, so they should. I saw somebody else there. Now, there is one thing I can try. Yeah, they just released a small hotfix because they messed up the key bindings. So there really has been a quick hotfix. But I'm thinking of one thing I can try. Let me exit the game completely. Is it Star Citizen? No, Marstorm. It is not. Let me just have a quick look at this. Okay, and users there, and app data, with local, wait, is it local low? Zero gravity. Alright, so under local low, there's the zero gravity. There's the zero gravity kind of cache. So what we're going to do is I am removing that. I'm deleting that. So pretty much I've cleared all the cache of the game. So it's like completely cleared.
It was the dawn of the...
Oh, you guys. Yeah, if this doesn't fix it, I'll have to tweet them. Oh, you could take your ammo clips in and out. Okay. Oh. Unity. Oh, there we go. Alright, because obviously I reset all my settings. So maybe it was something like that. Let's have a look. Okay, so be back in here. Alright, so solution. The solution to those having the inventory bug. The solution to those having the inventory bug is go into your user, app data, roaming, and delete the zero gravity. Reset all your settings, and that actually works. Yeah, it's where was it? Alright, so it's... Let me put that in chat quickly. For those who want to know. That's local load. Alright, so that folder. If you delete that folder, the users, your username, app data, local load, the zero gravity folder, delete that folder, and that will solve the inventory bug. Yeah, it's kind of, it's the same thing that in Star Citizen they keep telling you that you've got to kind of delete the user folder. It's pretty much the same thing. But now what it's got as well is, of course, I need to reset all these up again. Change this to fantastic. Turn off bloom, turn off motion blur. I've had that one before. Okay, so alright. So Silver Dreams, you know what happened to me? when I was a lot younger and I came out of the army and I was waiting for the university year to start up. I was working at a computer shop. And one of the things that we had that, I was selling computers and that sort of stuff. And ooh, did you see that? Look at this. Okay, normally G to just drop it, but you could choose the strength of your throw. Nice. That's cool. Okay, and yeah, I was working at a computer shop, and what happened was somebody came in. They bought a computer from me. And this was the days of the 286 and stuff like that. The 386 was the kind of the new best thing. And they came to me and they were in a huff and screaming and shouting and going absolutely ballistic. And, why you kind of sell me a broken computer and blah, blah, blah. And the monitor doesn't work and it's all black and all that sort of stuff and blah, 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 blah. The usual. So I said, okay, no problem. Don't bring it back. We'll set it up and we'll have a look. We set it up. We had a look. The monitor was completely black. I mean, we're talking about monochrome monitors here. Monitor was completely black, but the light was on. So I reach over and I turn the contrast knob, the knob for the contrast, and all of a sudden, you could see the writing. The guy looks at me, and he's sorry. He felt so bad. He felt so bad. I was absolutely. It was hilarious. I mean, it's like you buy something new and it's not working. Yeah, but it's like, I felt bad for the guy, but still, it was like, I'm gonna be tough. I'm gonna get something done. You showed him. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Oh, actually, that one's 33. Oh, actually, we didn't even need to replace anything. Yeah, it's a... Right, so I am on Discord, so if you kind of want to join me on Discord. Oh, yeah, apparently you're already on Discord. Okay, great. Alright, so yeah, it's just one of those things, what can you do? Yes, I know ID10 errors or pepcac. Problem exists between keyboard and chair. Yeah, okay, no worries. And again, Pilex is one of our viewers, so you are welcome. Anybody is welcome. Any of the followers of the stream are welcome to join us on this. And let me put all this other crap away now, because you don't need to fix up anything. Everything looks like it's just fine. Don't need to replace it. Oh, there. Okay, this is for. This is probably going to need another one for our filter. Take the crappy one, put the crappy one. Right, so this will be for my base. Now I'm not quite sure where I am at the moment. Oh, I keep hitting escape. Can I join if I don't enter the game? You can, the silencer. they've got an airlock for you. You've just got to... The names of the derelicts. Okay, so I just got to get up to my navigation panel. Why have I got no sound? I have to actually set save. Here we go. I can hear my footsteps. Right, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at where we are. I wonder if the zoom's going to work this time. Ah, the zoom's working again. Excellent. Okay, so navigation. So zoom to parent. Station. Right, so Enigma. Okay, so I'm around Iblith as well. I am around Iblith. This is Iblith. It is kind of a small moon. And it's in and it's around, I believe this is Herath. So Iblith is one of the moons around Herath. Then there is Calypso and Enigma. So we should be pretty close to each other if you're around Iblith as well. Am I docked? I am docked. What is that? Oh, that's a derelict. Oh, you're right. Look at that. That's a new thing that they've got over there. The derelicts are now got the kind of first letters of the derelict's name to it. So that's changed as well. And Y is my dot. By the way, song requests are available. Just add them in. Okay, so this is fine. Let's head back. Let's head into the station and see if we can fix this up. Life support on this is good. And we will just head into our module and just get our module up and running. Right, now obviously the air is running out. Be right back. I won't let you. Nice try though. Nice try. Right, so you can see kind of the air pressure is dying down, the sound is dying down. So now let me put on my helmet. The jetpack on. Wait for the air pressure to drop. Right, there you go. That warning's finished. We're going to open this door. If you open it without... Now the problem that we've got is it is docked to this over here. So that's... now we open this thing up initially to get out. I better close this. So we've got that door closed. Right, now the problem is, once I open this, hold tight, hold tight. And that's actually killed me once. What do you do in this game? Survive. That's at the moment it is about survival. You've got to scavenge for equipment and stuff like that. You kind of scavenge extra parts. Yep. Right, so for example, like now I'm trying to get my station up and running. So I'm putting in the air filters. Right. Now if I look at the power, I've got kind of power to my station. But I'll look at the life support. Right, this is the air generators. You can see one of the... I can turn on the air filters. So now it's starting to filter the air. Air generators, turn this on. And you see it's kind of filling up the air because we opened that airlock or that door, and so we vented out a lot of our atmosphere, so it needs to replace it. So we've got to collect more oxygen and we've got to collect nitrogen to keep this thing going. Also, if you look here, some parts have low HP. So this guy is pretty damaged. You've got to find a good one for that. And if you look at this part, that's the part there, you can see it's red. So have we got another part? That one looks better. So if I take this one out and place our new part there, and look at that. Resource injector is also pretty low. What's this resource injector like? 33. So it's not great. Okay, so this one, 33 and 28. So it's slight improvement, but not much. And so kind of in order to get your thing going, you've got to collect those scavenge parts from other things. You can have people, for example, I am going to turn on my distress beacon. Now, Hellion should be able to find, my module. And you can see, I don't really have enough oxygen to get my pressure up to 1 bar, which is what you want. There's also things like, as the game is progressing, they're adding in food, hunger as a real thing, different pods that you can add onto your station. You have to build up your station. Yeah, you get it from Rex, you can get it from other people. This is a fully PvP enabled game. Right. That's why you kind of got guns. So, I mean, I could lure somebody here. Right, I could actually lure somebody here, and as soon as they step in the door, shoot them and steal their ship and all their resources. Nothing's stopping me from doing that. If I look at my cargo container, see how my oxygen is dropping dramatically as it's trying to get this thing up to, as it's trying to cope. Yeah, getting outside. It's using it. It's trying to. Yeah, you start in a module like this. There's a ship floating outside, and there is a airlock, which you've got to dock. But this is the airlock I docked earlier. I haven't even checked to see if there's a. Oh, nice. Nice. Right, so we've got an airlock. Oh, did you just see what I just did? I put the helmet in my kind of pocket, which is exactly what we needed. Now this one I can't fit anywhere. I have to actually carry that. Yeah, it was in the patch notes, but actually doing it is awesome. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my ship. But this time I'm going to go through the airlock. I'm leaving my distress beacon on so that Hellion can find me. So my distress beacon is on. Right, so what we're doing is we are opening up this airlock. Right. Okay, now I'm going to have to stop this and repressurize. Oh no, sorry. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set the second cryopod. This cryopod is authorized for me, so it is my spawn point. Right? The second cryopod, what I'm going to do, is locked. I'm going to unlock it. So anybody can come in and claim it and use this kind of as... How do you load fuel through docking ports? Okay, so what you do for that. Okay, so currently my ship is docked. If I go to the cargo bay 2, this is my ship cargo. And I can just drag it onto the refined stuff. For example, for my ship, I just moved that oxygen that I refined into my ship cargo. But in fact, I want to move it into my pod, and I'm going to actually remove this nitro into my ship cargo. And that's kind of, and then in my ship, I would have to go that and take that from its cargo bay. It should be in the refined area of its cargo bay and move it on. And as long as you got your ships connected, you can do that. Oh, right, there's actually, wait, if you look here. Alright, there we go. So there it is. So I can actually take it and go straight into it. That's one of the new things that they've added now. Is that in the active systems, it tells you what the system is. So for example, say I wanted to take some of the oxygen and bring it to my life support tank here. I'm going to take... I'm just going to bring over like 120. Confirm. So now I've moved it from my ship. Now I've moved it from my ship, my mule, to my life support system. There used to be the way I used to do it there used to be kind of the old way. Now they've added more stuff. Do it over here like this. Makes it a lot easier. Oh, you meant in KSP? Right click on the parts. Well, at least, sorry, hold on Alt and right click on the parts. And that should give you a pop-up. Oh, you mean this door? Okay, like, look at this. Right, so what I can do, if I start depressurizing, it automatically closes the door. It automatically closes the door whenever you depressurize. So that works. Okay, I better put my helmet on. And I'm going to grab the suit. Put my jetpack on. So I've got some sort of control. Open. Alright, now you see I'm not getting blasted out into space. You see, there is my ship currently docked. Ah, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to undock the ship. Urgh. One clamp undocking. Oh, you can Ooh, I've got to check that out. I just forgot to do... I forgot to do the undocking from that side. So let me actually see if this works. Right, so now I'm inside this. And alright. Go over there. And now look at this. As soon as I repressurize, it automatically closes the door. Right, so it's repressurizing. And you can see... Where's it? You can see kind of the pressure building up there. Now when the pressure gets to about 0.5, you can actually open your helmet and save some oxygen. Still equalizing pressure. Yeah, you hold, yeah. It's looking good. Looking good. open that. Now we're going down into gravity. See, I'm getting good at that. Normally I'll fall on my face. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this. Or the power throw. Power throw. I like that throwing power thing. I want to log relog once you undock the shuttle. Oh, really? Okay. Alright, so let's have a look. Let's see if this will actually undock it. Undock the clamp. Ah, brilliant. Brilliant. That's what we always wanted. So what I've done is the grappler has undocked, so we now released off the station. Now, interesting thing is if I look at, right, so I can bring this. Alright, so if I look at my navigation panel, ooh, where's my distress signal? Okay. So this is where my home station is. Now I can see kind of everything. I mean, these are all asteroids. But what I want to do is, in order to find parts, and I've got a really weird orbit, I would run my scan. Okay, Brithral, so you hold Alt and on the, ooh, look at that scan. You hold Alt on the outpost. Okay. You hold Alt and you right click, and then it brings up a menu that shows you what's in the fuel tank. If you keep down Alt and you right click on another fuel tank, it should give you the same sort of thing with a little in and out next to it, so you could choose how to transfer stuff through there. But you have to do it on the fuel tanks. If you don't do it on the fuel tank, it doesn't work. Alright, so what I've done there is I've done a scan. Yeah, well, it's no, it's... Okay, so I've done a scan, and now what the scan has revealed is revealed a whole lot of other things. So there's Outpost 13D01. So we're close to an outpost, that's good. Okay, so CLM, that is a corner left module. They each got a thing. Derelict. AC, that's a mule. Derelict. CIM. Each one of these has got a meaning. TSM. Power supply module. Oh, I am going to go over there. Real-time KSP playthrough. Oh, Charlie Force, are you still here? I got a little exclamation point RT for you. I actually made an RT command just for you. Because every time you come in then you put exclamation point RT. I made one just for you. Look at that. You just click that link and it fills in the whole thing, and then you can just say tweet. Just for you, Charlie. Alright, so now what we... okay. First of all, our warp drive isn't on. But that's kind of where we want to go. So, let's turn our warp drive on. Faster FTL drive. You can kind of see it's turning on there. Yeah, I couldn't think of a good way to do it. Now, what it does is, depending on what game it plays, what game I'm playing, it will fill that in. So it's actually dynamic on that way. But I couldn't get it to kind of do it into a, like a short link. But it dynamically changes it depending on what game I'm playing. So yeah, I went overboard, as I always do. I need to figure out a way to convert that every time somebody uses it into a small tweet. Alright, so look at that. Okay, so we're going to go to that. So what we do is we right click on where we want to go. We hit warp drive. Okay, and now this calculates how long it's going to take to get there. Yeah, I need to figure that out properly actually. On the weekend I'll probably try it a little bit more, see what's going on. Alright, so now the way the warp drive works is it warps you to that orbit. It looks at the orbit that the other craft is going and it tries to get it, so it lands ahead. And you see this is as I go along my orbit. So in 1 minute 15. Now what I can do is I can take this and I can adjust the time, the warp time. And you see how it's acceleration too low. So I need to go a certain amount of acceleration. And then I will choose my watt tank. And I've got 3 levels of warp. So I can choose the speed as well. Obviously the higher levels take time. Okay, now I've got to line up my craft with the, with that maneuver. There you go. So I've got to line it up over there. And it says in 30 seconds. 30 seconds we are going to warp. We are going to, sort of 30 seconds we are going to be in kind of at the right time to warp. So that's why I said it's not just a matter of getting in and warping there. You've actually got to set up your time and all that sort of thing to do it. Once we warp there, let's see what will happen. I'm just waiting for 5 seconds before, and then I'm going to fire up the warp engines. Okay, ready to jump. Right, so it's firing up the warp engines. Now, watch this. While it's warping, I can go do other stuff. I don't need to hang around there. I can have a look at my warp cells. And actually we need more warp cells. And go down there, go work on stuff. And sometimes to warp, like even at the highest warp, to go from one side of the system to the other system can sometimes take you like 40 minutes. To an hour and a half for some warps. So it's definitely something that you could take time. It definitely takes time.
Right. Talong, this is Pylatter with voice comm check. Have copy.
Hey, Pylatter. Welcome. I hear you perfectly clearly.
What module you want to add to that supply reactor?
Well, I'm just picking up the ESM. Yeah, look there. There we are. Alright, so I'm bringing this back to my base. Have you found my base yet? I think maybe...
I've got stress 13 delta 010. So you're what, delta 10 for distress?
I am not sure what my base name is. I forget. Anyway, if you can make it, just build whatever you want.
You're watching off your stream. I'm guessing you're delta 010.
Probably.
Yeah, don't go to delta 013 because that was when I just pillaged. What module do you want me to add?
Alright, well I'm picking up a power supply module, so we definitely need a cargo module. We need a command module. Oh, we don't really need a command module, but it's a good 4-way switch. Yeah, we will need some. Oh, I'll put this on. Okay, so we need like junction switches, like a 4-way or something like that, to give us more space to add more stuff. But that's definitely things that we need.
Alright, well I'll grab the straight CIM module, Delta 4. I'll grab that one as an extender once we find other stuff.
Yeah, so we can extend onto this one and then Probably command module would probably be good. That's a good 4-way thing. Look at. Okay, silencer. Yeah. All right. So. Oh, I came in too fast. Alright, so look at this. This is the module that we're picking up, the power supply module. So we are just kind of getting close to it. Okay, I need to get within a... match velocity in. Right, so what that's done now is I match velocity with it so that my craft is stationary to that module. They are both still going around orbit, but they are stationary compared to each other. But what I'm going to do now is I want to dock this module. And this is the beautiful thing. Now, before I can actually dock it and release it without, it being a problem. I'd have to go outside to undock it and release all the air. Now I no longer need to do that. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing my grappling hook to grapple it. I'm turning. That navigation thing is so much better. This docking UI is lovely. So,
yeah, the combination of docking interface and the not being able to freaking double clamp, having to just do single clamp saves air, being able to freaking wrangle it from space with a crewed operation was really going to put a big bite into helping multiplayer crewed ops.
Yeah, it's definitely huge. One person could be in a mod. Could be outside in the EVA suit, and the other one could go collect stuff. Now I'm missing a jetpack from my EVA suit. That's the one part I'm missing. I've got the rest of it. Now these are different spacesuits. For those watching, you get the EVA suit, which will give you a couple of hours, which will give you about an hour and a half. Is that right? Of air. Or you've got this command suit that I've currently got, which kind of gives you a lot less. Okay, this is so much better. Now I'm like making this docking look easy. Some people... Okay, a lot of the big streamers actually rage quit. They rage quit because they couldn't do the docking. They couldn't dock stuff. They couldn't get Newtonian physics through their head. And in fact, most of the bad reviews are people who rage quit because they couldn't understand Newtonian physics. And because I'm a Kerbal player, I'm used to it. And even if you're not a Kerbal player, it just takes a little bit of practice to understand what's going on. And really, it's about, you put a reaction one way, it's not going to stop until you do an opposite reaction the other way. So going high speed is never a good thing. I didn't say that, Silver Dreams. But, I mean, look at, as far as big, small streamers go, I typically tend to watch the smaller streamers with lower viewers. Because there's more interaction. It's... and to me, that's important when you're streaming. Is kind of having that interaction with people. You're playing the game together. If I wanted to go watch a movie, I would do that, but I actually want to have kind of interaction with people. And that's kind of, my take on streaming. Look at that. Boom, docked. Okay, so now we've docked. So what we can do now is I can go to my navigation beacon, and now these clouds, what you do is you set up a custom orbit to go in those clouds, and once you're in the middle of the clouds, you scan again, and that will resolve those into what they actually are. But right now we are going to go home, so click on my home station, and there's my home station. Yeah, 13D21. No, that's not right. Oh, that is right. But it says derelict. Okay, I've got a couple of derelicts around there. Okay, so anyway, we're going to warp over here. So look at that. So if we warp back, now I'm going to lower the time before we actually warp. And I'm going to lower that. And as you can see, kind of that's moving ahead. So that I'll meet up at that part. Alright, choose my fuel source. I want that one. And now line this up. And we've got it in tow at the back. So this is how you kind of move parts around. You go hunting for parts, and this will give us a lot of power to the station to power all the new modules. So it's quite an important one. Alright, and again, we're just waiting for it. Now you can warp to other planets. After this we'll do a custom warp to go and we'll do a custom warp to go clear some of those clouds, so I can show you how that's done. But yeah, this, I mean, Jay. Okay, so but this game is, I mean, it is right at the beginning of it, but it has got so much potential. There's actually not a lot in there, but I've spent so much time in this game, it's ridiculous. For kind of the amount of content that is currently there. Definitely loads and loads of potential. I'm really looking forward to how this is going to carry on. Now, some of the things that they mentioned. Okay, adding in the food mechanic where you're going to have hydroponic pods and stuff like that. There's... Oh, what other mechanic are they adding in? Oh, fighters. Fightercraft. And carriers to carry the fightercraft. Yeah, so all those mechanics are things that they've actually worked out. Right, so there. 13D, 10D. Are we 4 kilometers away from it? 5 kilometers. So let's kind of RCS towards it. Now, if I look at my my indicator, you see those little... Okay, so it's got the 2 circles like that, right? Inside the circle, you've got those 2 little kind of arrow things. If it's inside, it means you're going towards the target. If it's on the outside, it means you're going away from the target. But also, you've got your speed indicators. Now, these kind of arrows, not 100% sure how to read them, but I go kind of the opposite way. That seems to work for me. Again, you don't kind of want to keep your finger on the button and go like really fast towards these, because if you do, you need to go the same speed the other way to slow yourself down. And of course, that's a lot of fuel. And fuel is a precious, RCS fuel is a precious substance. Do not want to kind of waste that. Want to make as little movements as possible. I mean, you would go to an asteroid and you would mine more fuel, and that's something we're going to have to do. But I first want to get myself a good EVA suit, the rest of the EVA suit to do that. 3.3 kilometers away, 3.2. So we are going towards it slowly. And once we get there, we'll release the fusion reactor. We'll go outside and we'll dock that. Did I dock it on the side? No, I didn't dock it front. I can see kind of our speed. I think we're going 20 kilometers. Now there are something, the engines are something that isn't quite working. It's the little flashing light engines on the left. Engines aren't 100% working. You can get fuel from them, but that will help with kind of these small distances. And the FTL for the larger distance. That's eventually where they are going. So this is
Talon 1, this is Pyre. Request docking status clearance for CIM module.
Well, I'm still on my way to the outpost. So I don't do pirate speak. I'm on my way to the outpost, just bringing the PSA.
You're bringing the reactor, I'm bringing straight. Gotcha.
Yeah, so what I want to do is first put the reactor, and then you can do the straight connector to that. Yeah, because it should have a docking port on the left, and the straight connector to that. Whoa! Oh, is that you over there?
Roger that. I've got you on contact list.
Yeah, you just popped up on mine. You see, there you go. That is Pyre. So it's a completely multiplayer thing, and definitely it's really good to play it with multiplayer. Pyre, do you have a EVA suit? A full EVA suit?
That's a negative. I still also need my pack. Have you checked the derelicts?
No. I haven't reached the derelicts yet.
Well, I can get the module. Well, let me think here.
Yeah, because you see, so why I asked Pyre if you had the EVA suit is because the EVA suit you can stay outside a lot longer. Now, without the EVA suit, basically what happens is you not use up oxygen, but you've got a limited amount of oxygen, so tend to have a limited amount of time to do the docking and everything else. Once you've got the EVA suit, it's kind of all those worries disappear, because you can, like I said, you can stay outside for about an hour and a half before you need to refill your oxygen pack. So why don't everybody get the EVA suit? Well, that's exactly why everybody tries to get the EVA. So I'm still about 1.6 kilometers from outpost. Yeah, and when you're mining is another thing. You go to asteroids to mine stuff. EVA suit is definitely an important thing. Now I can see him on my screen there. Now there is some issue with the netcode sometimes, where when people are close together, issues can sometimes happen.
Yeah, start getting out of body, other body experiences.
Yeah, so you kind of get off the chair and you're in the other person's meal. Hopefully they fix some of that stuff up. Right, so there we go. Look at this. We're getting close. Right, so now I need to slow myself down. See, I'm going at 15.
Might have just had one of those there because I got stuck in the free bob head move thing, but I couldn't move the body. So I'm gonna relog here, see what that does.
Good. Okay, so now I'm kind of get close to this ship. Once I get close enough and slow myself down enough, I should have the ability to match velocity. There you go. Match velocity. Come on. There we go. Matched. Okay. So what I've done is I've now matched velocity, so I'm in a stationary thing with it, which is great. Now that is our ship on the right. That is our module. So what I'm going to do, I'm now going to release. I just released the PSM module. So it's now floating behind me. How much oxygen have I got left? Okay, so I've got some oxygen. I've got oxygen left, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go fill up my oxygen just to make sure. I'll show you how you do that. Right, so on the cargo holder over here, it's got this point. If I take my pack off, hook my pack onto that, and I can look at the pack there. 3.8 out of 5. And then what I do is I take the oxygen, drag it over onto the pack, and it fills it up. Literally that simple. Of course, you've got to have the oxygen to do that. So before doing a docking operation, it's definitely something you want to do. So let's okay, and depressurize. We are going outside now. And I'm not putting on my oxygen just yet. Still got plenty of pressure in there. Once it starts going red, you want to put it on. If you don't, you will suffocate and die. And everywhere will laugh at you, and you'll be the talk of the town until they forget you. True story. Alright, so. Right, so kind of, there is that module which we just released. So I'm going over to him and I am going to find its RCS thing. Now, before, there used to be, you used to have to actually open up this to release the docking clamp, which was a royal pain in the ass. I'm looking for the RCS thing. Okay. No, it's on top of it. There you go. So there is the docking panel. Alright. So there I can see it. Now what I want to do is outpost docking port B. Okay, that's right. So if I moving it up, I'm lifting myself above the ship because I don't want to bump anything. That is the one thing that you definitely don't want to do in this game, is bump stuff. Bump stuff and that you bump stuff and the stuff just keeps going. It just keeps going. Like, I once gave my ship a little bit of a bump and it took, then I finally got to go catch my ship. It was like 3 kilometers away. Yeah, and that's what's so good about this game is it doesn't make the stuff easy. So you see, there he is with that line. Are you attaching the line module right away? Passage. Okay, cool. I'll attach to that when you need it. I mean, again, it doesn't matter which goes first, to be honest. Just need to move this a little bit away. So what we're doing is, you see, I'm kind of moving this around. I'm giving this a pretty fair berth. And see, I'm actually seeing him work. There he goes, he's docked. That was a very nice docking. Now, I've got to bring this up. Got to bring this across. Holy crap, that docking thing is so awesome. Definitely I mean, I gave it a wide berth, but now obviously here I am. So you see, now I'm docking to a different port. I'm docking to the CIM, not to the outpost anymore. So I'm lining up with that. I'm going in at 1 meter per second. What was that? Did you go into... I heard the thing going... Oh, you went into the other...
Yeah, I was running low on oxygen, so...
Oh, yeah.
Repressurize, get the shuttle standby. Make sure I got the right one, I hope.
Yeah. No, I heard something...
Yeah, that's true. Didn't want to scare you out or nothing.
Yeah, I'm actually hearing the airlock. Kind of strange. Pretty much.
Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are.
Yeah, now I think I hear your RCS too.
Yeah, it's like... So... Oh.
I think I got into yours instead of mine.
Yeah, no worries. Doesn't really matter. Use any ship you want to. Although my EVA parts are in my ship.
Yeah, well, we get the same. The helmet suit, we get the jet anyway.
But bring it across a bit. Oh, that last bit, I was coming in just right. In that last moment.
The last couple meters will kill you if you don't freaking have it lined up.
Yep. And there we go. Alright, so
Yeah, I see the station reorientating. It's kind of freaky, but it'll stabilize. So I don't want to be in the way when that happens, so...
Alright, so dock this big part. The whole station.
Alright.
Oh no! Coming out station. Why the whole station moving?
New module. It'll stabilize with RCS after a minute, hopefully.
I'm trying to get in. Hey, look.
Yeah, I see that. You're trying to freaking chase a cat with a freaking pan.
Come on. Oh.
There you go. You gotta stabilize.
Yeah. Repressurize. Oh, I just realized. Going in here was a bad idea. I don't know if this thing's got any more oxygen. Oh, look at that. My oxygen is red. Okay. Ooh, I can breathe. You haven't been into the outpost to mark, you set it as your home, have you?
Nope.
Yeah, you should come in. What I'll do is I'll just depressurize the airlock so you can come in. Yeah, because I set it to unlocked so you can make it your home. So what I'm going to first do is refill this. So, right, so my pack's got full of oxygen again. Now, let's look at this new stuff. Close that. It should be all automatic now. So this is the new passageway that Pyre got. Totally new passageway. Then we are coming into the module that I picked up, the power supply module. Look at it. Look at it! So this is a big ass fusion reactor. So this will supply all the power needs that we have. It's got some extra parts over here, which is wow, talk about crappy stuff.
Alright, well your shuttle is docked to the airlock. I'm gonna relog because I got this stuck thing again because we got crude thing.
Alright, okay. And look at this, you see, kind of got the power supply things. Now the thing with these is you use it to charge batteries. You can use it to recharge your packs as well, because your packs have batteries on for lights. Like let me show you this. So if I got this on, I press V. So I've got a light which you kind of use when you're in dark areas. Now space gets very dark,
especially floating around Harath and Iblis. You'll get a lot of eclipses, so you have to have a reactor.
Yeah, and also when you go look at derelicts, and see this is the next passageway. Now that leads out to space. So this is kind of where we will extend the base. Ideally we want a 4-way on this, so that we can attach many modules. Like a command pod would be really good over there. And of course, various, depending on where you are, depends on whether you get the artificial gravity or not. See, these are all attached. The artificial gravity works through. But this is kind of our station so far. Now, if I have a look at the power over here, fusion reactor. Turn it on. So I've just turned on that big fusion reactor, and are we getting lots of our capacity? So it's filling up the capacity. I can look at our power consumption. I can tell it to turn off various things. Same with the kind of life support. I can tell it to turn off various rooms. For example, nobody's going into the fusion reactor. Let's turn that room off so it doesn't actually try fill it up and keep the oxygen clean in it. There's my meal. Prep room. So it's kind of all the room system and stuff like that. So you've got like a full control of this thing, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so now he just docked my mule to the airlock. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, you had some weird depressurization thing going on in here.
Oh yeah, I depressurized this so you could come in.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, the airlock on the shuttle's depressurized then, so good times.
Nice. Right, you see there, I can see him.
Gotta do a little photo bomb here.
See, no gravity. That's pretty cool. Alright, so now I can open this up. And there can,
Permission to come aboard.
board. Alright, so what I've got is I've unlocked this module. So maybe move back and then come forward. There you go. Alright, so that module is unlocked, so you can claim that module as your own. And that way, when you respawn, or when you collect...
Actually, I think the best way to do is for you to actually invite me with that thing, because that will actually adjust.
Oh no, it says locked there.
It says locked, but you know.
Oh, you want it authorized. Okay. So what you do, take off your suit and everything else, put your suit in this thing, and then...
That's the safest way I know how to do it. It's just
yeah.
Super cool!
It still seems to be one of those kind of weird bugs. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to now invite Hyliter. So, what he will do is he will kill himself. Just hit respawn or whatever.
With my last breath, I spite at thee.
Watch him. Oh, actually, wait! I got a better idea.
Okay, I'm about to hit the button. What you got?
That's what I got.
If I had one of these days.
Actually, whatever. Okay, so distress beacon is off.
Alright. That's the safest way I know is to actually be invited to the pod, because usually just claiming another pod just doesn't seem to transfer home.
Yeah, and there you go. And look at it, he's now waking up.
What is the bidding, my master?
It's like you jumped out and came back in. And now, basically, when he hits home on his ship, it will always be this pod, so it will be easy for him to find this pod again. Okay, ooh, let's pick this up. Now, open... yeah, we just throw all those tutorial things in there. It's kind of like it's like the standard thing. Take all the and look at his body.
That's where I can't put my body in there, can I? Is it bigger than a bread box?
Can't you? Can I loot?
I don't think I've got anything on me. I took everything off. So if you try to loot the body, can I loot my own body?
I don't know. I was trying to throw you in the trash compactor.
To turn off the compactor.
Alright, so we can probably go get some more modules now.
Well, we have to go back out through the shuttle so we can save the air.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, you could actually wait in here, and then as soon as I take the shuttle out and
Yeah,
undock
we'll
it,
do that. We'll do that.
so let me depressurize, and then you can go direct to your shuttle instead of having to cycle the airlocks all the time. And I normally wait until it turns into 0.5 or so, and then
Yeah, 0.4 is usually what I do because it's the end of the yellow.
yeah. Right, so what I am going to do is I am going to undock this over here. Whoa!
And away we go. Remember, one dock?
Oh, it's only one dock now.
to rule 'em all.
Oh, I thought it was only the
One dock is one dock, bubba.
oh crap. Right, so
Talons in space.
right now I think we're kind of stuck here. Can we open that?
They gotta
door?
do the unlock. They gotta do the log relog. Remember, because airlock.
Oh shit! Hey, Kenny, fun facts.
Hey, Kenny.
And he's always got his fun facts. How awesome. Oh, so let's log out. Nice, Kenny. Really? Really, Kenny? Are you bored of me?
We have a one pressure on here. Did you repressurize?
No, it just seemed to... Okay, so there we go.
Maybe the airlock tried to freaking repressurize on its own.
Yeah. Right, so... Jetpack.
Take the low road and I'll take the high road and never make the station shall we meet.
Right, so there we go. There is my ship. Alright, so yeah, Azzy, I don't know if you're here when I found the problem with that, with why I couldn't do the inventory thing. Actually, I don't know, did Chief One Lung, he brought up the inventory thing first. That's why I thought it was a problem. Nope. Oh wow, that is weird. That says that's full of pressure. Right, so depressurize this. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the one docking release. It's good.
I like it.
No, it's good for the grappler, but for the other things, it's terrible. You need to undock both sides to make sure. I mean, for the grappler hook, yes, I needed one dock release for the grappler hook, but not for the other modules. Because otherwise it's too easy to break your thing apart by mistake, like I just did there.
Well, I would hope in the future they have the ability to set modules, like fuse them.
Yeah.
If we could have any kind of like alliance versus enemy faction grouping for commands, then a key component of that would be, allies not being able to freaking.
Yeah, that's the thing with you could lock your door so the person couldn't undock the other part of the module. Wait a minute, what the? Okay, it's not saving my sound. It keeps turning my sound off. Whenever I relog, my sound is off. So it's not saving my sound volume.
I'm getting my sound when I relogged. I verified game files when I started.
Yeah,
I made sure I was on public, not experimental, and what else did I end up doing?
yeah,
I think I might have to like delete character, remake character, maybe if that's personal settings. But you would think it'd be game files, not character.
Yeah, I deleted the cache from the user local low. There's the zero gravity cache files. So I deleted that, and that fixed up the inventory problems. In fact, let me just see. I haven't seen Mr. One Long.
Well, I confirmed my home station is now yours, so that worked from the invite.
Let me just put that in chat. In the okay, there we go. So I just put that in the chat, in the Discord chat, because some people don't know that. Hey, Joe, I got something for you. I got to come in. Go for it, Kenny. Pop in. Say hello. We are in the Discord, so pop in. I mean, anybody is welcome to pop into the voice. Although the live public does require you to use push to talk.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Kenny Lee. The guy who kills giant Kerbals.
Yes, I love killing Kerbals. Giant, smaller ones, any size. So, Tal, I brought you something.
What did you bring me?
You're gonna love this.
Am I? Am I really? Or are you just assuming it?
You can't skip it here. Haha, you're being rickrolled.
Wah, wah, wah.
He got so disappointed with me that I kept deleting his songs whenever he tried to put Rick Astley on. Congratulations, Kenny. Congratulations. You finally won one.
I was looking for you to be in chat the other day when you were skipping it. I was gonna do it then, but you weren't in one. I was like, oh, dang.
What a bastard. Okay, so RCS fuel. We don't have a lot of RCS fuel over here. Let's going to need more RCS fuel. And then we're going to go search for some more modules. So, Kenny, how many Kerbals have you killed today?
Killed any today.
Have you at least
Kerbal
tried to
attack.
kill Kerbals today? Oh, I have got Nitro.
I just got home from work.
Oh. They're getting ready to kill Kerbals.
No, we're supposed to play the Force today.
Oh, you and Az.
At the end, Tadashi, yeah.
Yeah, do you want that save file that we did? I could send you that save file. Then you can continue, or
Nah.
or do you guys want to start a new game?
He's already started one.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, as soon as I can get the as soon as the forest has a dedicated server, I will be putting one up. Because it is kind of a fun game.
Nice, that would be awesome.
Yeah. So again, for those watching that, I mean, if there is any cool games that you want that does have a dedicated server, I've got the servers to put it on, so that's not a problem. But it has to be a dedicated server, not a... Alright.
I'll talk to you guys later.
It has to be kind of a dedicated server and not kind of like a half-assed dedicated server. That's some of them
Well,
are.
it's good to meet you, Kenny. Sorry, I was in the middle of a jump here, so.
Yeah. Now, Kenny's another streamer who actually does stream some really badly played Kerbal Space Program and the WWE wrestling. So let me put that in chat there. What did he just do? There you go. Oh, he was playing Hearthstone. Really? I shouldn't have linked him. Shouldn't have done that. My own fault. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do our scan again. And let's see what happens.
Probably want to do your local derelicts to see if you can get that jetpack.
Yeah, I'm terrible with that. My local derelicts I usually have crap. Alright, so look at this. So we've got kind of these clouds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to identify what's in the clouds. So what you do is you kind of go into the planet. Can I zoom to? Oh, no. It's just in such a horrible thing. It's hard to navigate this thing. You need to make a custom. There you go. Okay, so click on there, right click, add custom orbit. That's what you want. Right, so now we've got a custom orbit. Now we've got to adjust this orbit so that it actually mixes up with these guys. So if you go over there, we can make the orbit bigger. And there's a lot of extra stuff in here, which we could go before we even bothered to do those sort of scans. But I want to. I normally start it and people just keep adding on to it, so that's no problem at all. So feel free to kind of set out any way you want to do. Alright, so look at that. We now taken our orbit right through there. So what we're then going to do is we want to try land in the middle of that. So let's kind of take this.
No, yeah, to piggyback earlier, Talon. Yeah, I appreciate the fact that we can now resupply modules RCS. So
Yeah,
the whole
that's,
pop and swap Lego aspect of it's a much appreciated bonus these last couple patches.
yeah, they definitely are adding a lot of stuff to this constantly. Not actually allowing me to change that rotation anymore. Alright, so look at that. I am aiming to go in the middle of that there. So now I right click on that, hit warp drive. Okay, now see a symbol out of it. Let me just put that on the edge there. Right click, drive. Go. And I'm going to bring this down 1 minute. Bring this way down. I think that's alright. Pick our fuel source and initialize. Now that is taking me into that cloud. A matter of messing around with the orbits and stuff like that. Getting onto that maneuver node. You've still got another 30 seconds to get this lined up. Now the thing about this game as well is when you travel to something via warp speed, that warp overlay is simply that. It's an overlay on the screen. You will actually are traveling that fast, and if you go by planets and stuff like that, you will actually see the planets and that zooming by you. So it's pretty awesome that way. I mean, you can't really see, there's too much glow. Okay. I see, it's not saving my settings. That's kind of annoying. Now you can see sort of the planet up there. Can I see it? But that planet, you can actually, just where that maneuver ends, you can see the planet. You can see I'm actually moving past that planet. My warp is actually taking me past the planet. So it actually is moving. The ship does move at that speed. And it's got that whole localized physics grid, which makes it cool. Now at the bottom of the ship there's also kind of a ramp that opens up so you can go in and out. However, opening that bottom ramp is a real pain in the ass because...
Did you notice the cargo airlock?
Yeah, there's a... When you go down, there's that elevator for the airlock. Problem is when you open up...
inside the bay.
Inside the bay? Is that a new thing?
Yeah. It's a new thing.
Ooh. I'm going to have to have a look.
Ooh, shiny.
I'm definitely going to have a look. Right, so now if we look at the nav, look at that. We are in the cloud. So now if I hit scan again, that cloud is going to resolve itself. In progress. And there we go. We've got a module. CLM. What's that? Corner left module.
Yeah, corridor left.
Corridor left. Okay, so that's crap, but I mean that's kind of how I identified that cloud as being that thing. Now there's another cloud over there, which I could go to. In fact, I could actually just zoom straight to this guy and find out what that is. But I want to just have a look in my cargo hold. What is going on there? Yeah, I mean this is kind of the normal airlock. It's like a little airlock over here which will allow you to kind of go in and out. Yeah, look at that. Wow, so it turns this whole bottom part into an airlock so you don't waste the air anymore. Ah,
Very nice.
that is what everybody wanted. So basically, because what you've got. So let's okay. So one of the things when you go mining, you don't want to kind of go cycle through the airlock the whole time. And now, with this, I can depressurize this entire bay. Because normally people would say, okay, you don't depressurize this whole bay because it's too much. It takes too much oxygen to kind of repressurize it. And now, with this, right, so kind of the oxygen is running out. Oh, and Conks! Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Alien Army. And your little alien should pop up here to say thank you. But my emoticons just exploded. Right, so look at that. I've now depressurized this whole bay. There you go. Thank you for the follow, Conks. Right, so now I can open this. And this, Right, so kind of that's when with mining, this is going to make such a difference. Now you'll be able to mine a lot. You know, in and out. And now, just like Star Citizen, it's got that localized physics grid, so as soon as you come in, boom, on gravity. Right, so close this. And repressurize. Ah, that is so cool. So much better. It takes a long time to cycle.
It should. It's a volume.
Yeah, but at least you don't lose that oxygen anymore. And that's the thing, it's like, notice these little things like this. This game, it's like every bit of oxygen is important. Every bit of oxygen is important in this game. So, nice. It's kind of getting up there. Yeah, that's why you do it with the airlocks, because what it does is it sucks all the air. Right, so waiting for this to get to 0.5. Okay, there it should be alright. So what it does is sucks, if you look over here, it sucks it all into the tank. So you don't actually lose anything. It stores it in the tank. And then when you repressurize it, it takes it from the tank to repressurize it, so you don't actually lose oxygen.
We'll have to verify with the cargo interface on the numbers, but you know, it's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, this is what people wanted. I mean, there could have been a door that came down, but this is the right way to do it. And again, it takes so long because it is such a big area. Oh, that is absolutely awesome. You can see it's 0.7 bar. But it should go up to 1, 2. And the cool thing about this is your guys can come off mining. They can have like 2 people down there doing the mining. So, okay, we've got to go somewhere. Guys come into the mining, they start pressurizing. In the meantime, the guy at the top is plotting your course and flying you to where you need to go, while these guys are getting things pressurized. And there we go. They're all pressurized. So we can now open this door. I don't kind of want it for this. Right, and let this go up to the top. Okay, so that is awesome. Now, what I'm going to do, pop this one there, take these full. Alright, so let's see if we can find a place to get something more. If we can kind of... Alright, so we over here. Now, what's that? Derelict? Derelict. PLM. That's Enigma. LSM. What's LSM? Oh, that LSM is a airlock? Oh, ooh, somebody's traveling. See, I can see somebody is doing a warp. Oh, you're going to the one derelict. Oh, do we want the LSM? Ooh, let's get that. Okay, I'm going to go pick up that LSM. I am going to go pick up the... You see, I can see... Look, you see, I can see his ship traveling. There you go. There's the mule. So that's why you can actually real-time monitor other people traveling around. Oh yeah, to get more air and stuff like that to pump into the station. Good idea. Right, so Um, here it is. Alright, so I am going to head use your main engines. Right, so I'm going to go ahead to get the so the life support module. So what you saw in the normal dock, you had 2 modules. With the LSM, you've got 4 modules. So I can get 4 other people to join us on the station and call it home. And now that we've got the kind of the fusion reactor, power is not going to be an issue to run all those extra modules. And that's kind of what you do. You build up your base. And hopefully there might be a jetpack in there. Once we've got the jetpack, we will go mining for extra resources. Alright, so let's see that. There he is. Closer to him. Right, so you can see kind of right. Normally I find the command modules very quick. I don't think I've ever found this life support module. Now, in the future, there are going to be other modules like the hydroponics and stuff like that when food and water become an issue as well. At the moment, kind of, food and water isn't really an issue. But later on, it's definitely going to become an issue.
Well, temperature
And
and
well.
food and all those quality of life issues aren't essential to the beginning fundamental testing of the game as it develops.
Yeah.
I presume it won't leave alpha into beta until it has temperature and food and any other little widget.
I mean, that's why we say this is like really, really early alpha. They're testing the mechanics of the game. And so far, I have to say, I'm liking the mechanics of this game. Definitely good stuff. Right, so there is the module. So it looks the same as the other module, except it can take 4 cryopods. What we're going to do is I'm going to go onto docking. Hey, Aransimi. Alright, so we are going to dock with our grappler. Targeted module, port A. Now again, this is so much easier. I can see the dot there. And I am moving towards it. I see the dot coming into the center, meaning I'm targeting it. There we go. It is like 100 times better. I mean, literally 100 times. I'm not even making up that statistic. It is a real actual statistic that is totally not made up. It is that many times better than used. Kind of just moving up. Moving to now we're just moving kind of up towards it. You kind of see that little red line at the top showing that we're moving up. And I'm turning myself to kind of face the module, so it's kind of lining up square with it. So obviously you don't want to attach it at an angle. Now, slow us down. I'm rising above it. And head towards it. But kind of higher. I mean, this is... They've definitely made docking... Okay, Charlie, stopping by. Look at that. So this is Hellion, yeah. There is not a hell of a lot in it at the moment. It's really testing kind of the mechanics of the game. You know, it's an early alpha, but it is so far loving the mechanics, loving the kind of system that they're going for. It's that hard, gritty sci-fi. You know, there's kind of no magical automation, docking and stuff like that. It's all manual. Got to scrap around for parts. You stuff up and you die. You know, there's kind of no mincing words. You stuff up, you die. Oops. Oh shit, I hit it. Crap. I hit it. And nudge it away, so I have to wait for the thing to stabilize. Oh yeah, I mean obviously the CG start does, you know, all games have that, but it's still off. At the moment I've got it in the fastest sort of the fastest frame. I've got the kind of, I haven't got it set as the prettiest at the moment because what is that? The textures aren't sort of optimized at all. That when you go kind of the high quality view, it actually has more problems associated with it. So it's, you know, I haven't gone the full on high quality look. I've just gone on the fastest one. But it's okay, so this should be alright. Attach. There we go. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not an ugly game at all. I mean, okay, so this is kind of the fastest quality. So if I go over here and I change my settings to fantastic, now the problem is it's not optimized. So it does kind of change the look a little bit. But you do get a much worse frame rate and stuff like that. Even though at the moment it's looking good. Once you start getting all the modules, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so now that we've got this, what we're going to do is we are going to nav back to our home station down here. Okay, so you see you've got the derelicts. I want to try and get those derelicts out of the way because it's kind of like ruining my vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna have to warp drive. Bring that closer. So change that down. Oh yeah, it's I mean, let's put it this way, my PC can handle I mean, I've got a 1070 video card, I've got an i7, I've got 32 gigs on memory and stuff like that. It can handle the stuff. That's not the issue. The issue is more that the game will have issues with its FPS on that. Not that the machine can't handle it. But that's kind of... I've just found that with the fantastic quality. With the fastest quality, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't have that same sort of lag spikes and things like that the other one does. Right, let me go. How is my... Oh, okay, this I'm still full. Oh yeah, I got a new pack. My power line. Right, so I've still got some deuterium. Power capacitor is doing well. Recharging. Yeah, everything is looking good. How is my life support? This is the thing, it's like you've got to actually go and check these things out. Air generators. Why have I got 2 air generators? Oh, because I got the air generator on the other one.
On the life support, yeah. It's got the 4 modules, remember? So it's supposed to be able to have the chutzpah to do a large station. There are individual tasks assigned to the modules that help.
No, I didn't realize with my... Okay, so that's the derelict. Damn it. Pick the wrong one. Nav stuff. There we go. That's a problem. I can't, when everything is grouped up, you can't choose which one to go to. I'm right here. Alright, let's see. 100 kilometers. So I want to go to that outpost. Where I want to go to. But when I jump in it, I can't actually mark that. 13 kilometers away. And I'd love to jump to it. Can't. That's kind of a... That is an annoyance that needs to be fixed. So it's kind of alright, so yeah, that's kind of one of those annoyances. Now this is where engine would be really good. Yeah,
if it gets be able to really go module adapting, because I mean, if I crank my engine, it's going probably about as fast as the FTL.
Yeah, the RCS could get you, and normally, and Silver, what I used to do is like 3 kilometer jumps, 3 kilometer warp jumps. I used to do that because what it used to do is you used to be able to jump to something like really close. And when you land, you were matched velocity. But now that they've got the match velocity working, you don't need to do that anymore. But ideally, I would have liked to not have jumped to that derelict. I would have liked to jump to my outpost direct. Derelicts are kind of in the way. Yeah, well, if you've got no spacesuit, 30 kilometers long way. But yeah, in space, 13 kilometers is kind of like a millimeter. it's not even an issue. But I don't want to use my RCS. That's kind of the thing. I'm trying to conserve fuel. So once I hope there's an EVA suit in the back of this module. If there is an EVA suit in the back of this module, or at least an EVA
Jetpack.
how much meters per second does your ship max? Never actually tried it. Never actually tried to max out my ship speed. Because the problem is, if I keep my RCS burning until it maxes out, well, it will never max out. That's the whole thing. It will never max out. But you need to use as much energy going forward to stop. And that's kind of the problem. You know, so as much as you put going forward, you have to put going back. And so if I wanted to use a full tank of RCS and just speed up, I could, but I'll never be able to slow down in time. So that's kind of like, you know, one of the, that's Newtonian physics for you. There is no max speed. Of course, as you get close to the speed of light, well, actually, at the moment, it's got engines, but the engines aren't quite tuned yet. So there isn't really a ship traveling speed. At the moment, we just light speed to everywhere. We do warp jumps to everywhere. We plot our course and we warp jump. There's no actual speed. Now, some of the ships that they're going to be adding in is fighters, and fighters do not have warp jump. So they will kind of have, you know, ranges of speed and stuff like that. There's going to be carriers to carry the fighters. There's a lot more that they're adding into this game. It is really building. Oh yeah, but I mean, this is what the engines are for. The engines are to get you that high speed. The FTL just takes you into that kind of hyper fast speed. Right, so we're 6 kilometers away. We're getting to our outpost. We bring in this life support module. Now, there's no joystick support for this yet, which is a pity because I like joystick support. Although with this type of fine movement, I don't know if I would. It's actually an interesting thing. With RCS and stuff like that, in a real spaceship, would you actually want joystick support or would you want a keyboard?
Depends if you played enough Kerbal or not with it.
No, I mean seriously, because you want very definite fine movements.
I would say if there's going to be fighters and carriers and maneuvering around, then yeah, I would say a HOTAS would be optimized for that part of the aspect.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about a real spaceship. Let's talk about real spaceships. Like, I mean, it's kind of interesting when you look at something like Star Trek. They don't use joysticks. They fly everything through keyboard. You know, through kind of key presses and stuff like that. Yeah, but then you look at other ones where they still use joysticks and controls, you know, and analog type controls to fly around. Well, Davey, they do have them, but only in an emergency. When the computer goes down. So that's what they had with the shuttles. They had the emergency flight 6 pop up. But normally it's not, in Star Trek, it's kind of not there. That's just interesting to see what, you know, what would be a good thing in that type of Well, that's exactly, well, there's that. So really, all you're doing with the keyboard is you're plotting in the course. And like what, look at that, they have the things like, what do they say, attack pattern delta, or yeah, omega flight path, or whatever, you know. So that would kind of have all those tactics built in. Oh, you mean in real life? Yeah, but then again, we are talking about with the space shuttle. I mean, that was 1970s technology in the space shuttle. That was not today's technology in the space shuttle. It was 1970s stuff. The space shuttle was old even before it came out. It was already old, using old tech. Because, you know, they had to use chips and that would be hardened to the radiation of the kind of, yeah, the radiation of space. I mean, even today, the chips that they're using, all the asteroids and stuff like that, you could have thrown a, like for example, an i7 CPU. You could have thrown it into a spaceship. It would fail straight away. It's too
sensitive.
Yeah, it's way too sensitive to kind of the fluctuations. You would actually need to get a hardened chip that would probably be kind of a much bigger chip that can handle those fluctuations a lot better. And so it's kind of I mean, it's really, you know, when you think about the space shuttle, it's amazing what they did with such old technology. And the moon landings, unbelievable. Oh, they tried on the moon.
Having to bring a slide rule up to space to do a freaking burn. Those guys had freaking cojones.
Damn straight. It was. I see, look at that arm kind of moving away from it. I'm moving. Yeah, it's I mean, literally, those guys going to space in the equivalent of a tin can. Yeah, with the moon landing, I think, what was it, the moon landing? They had to reboot the computer in the middle of the moon landing or something like that. It was just, wasn't there somebody in the I remember seeing a story about, in NASA, one of the clerks that worked on the computers, that people wanted her to do the calculations because they didn't trust the computer, and she was faster at doing the calculations than the computers.
Oh, it's in that new movie that came out this last year.
I don't know which movie, but yeah, it's I think it was an African lady that she used to do all the calculations for the spaceships because they didn't trust the computers to do it right.
Yeah, that's why John Glenn was such a badass, because he knew who to respect.
Oh shit. There we go. Alright, so I am 350. It's getting closer. I just want to get close to it. Okay, so we're almost at almost at our station. $480. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to think that your current phone today had more computing power than the entire collective Earth's computer power. It was just, I mean, it's crazy how quickly technology has developed. Remember, nobody will ever need more than 640k of RAM. Wow, it's and I mean games like this, you could, I mean, I remember the first computer game I played on an actual computer. It was kind of at a fair, and what it was, I kid you not, what it was this match velocity. Yes, lovely. Right. Yeah, so my first computer game I played was an arrow made out of ASCII that went up and down the screen like that. And you had to press spacebar. You try at the right time for it to travel across the screen and hit a target. That was the first computer game I played on a PC. And it was at a fair. And it was amazing. It was like unbelievably good. Just an arrow. And you shot it across. And you know what? It's like... Then you had things like the kind of the Sinclair Spectrum, the Commodores, and all that sort of stuff that started really pushing that stuff. And finally the PC started catching up. And you had the Amiga. Oh, that Amiga was so far ahead of its time. It was scary. Let me just undock this. The Amiga, the architecture of the Amiga having separate processors for graphics and, you know, for graphics and processing. It was revolutionary at the time. Everybody said, yeah, you're mad to do that. You just do everything on one chip. Well, yes, they bet on the right horse. Okay, so what's happening? Sound is there.
All right, well, I finished pillaging a mule, so I'm going to return back with the parts and do a little bit of upgrade.
Why does my sound so soft? So... Oh yeah, Risk. Yeah, there was Risk and there was CISC. The CISC was the Intel side. That was the complicated instruction set. Yeah, the Risk was a much simpler design, but it scaled incredibly well. Go. Here's the RCS, there it is. Okay. So, we are going to, not the mule, the outpost. So let's see. Now we want that. Whoa, back. Don't want to hit my... I haven't got the get on the... Not showing that one there. I might have to... Yeah, isn't AMD a RISC processor with a kind of with a CISC layer? So that's why the AMDs can actually do a lot that the Intel can't. That's why they're cheaper. Because they use a simpler design. Maybe Intel's gone that way. I mean, it's not unlike Intel to steal ideas from, or to take ideas from AMD. They do that a lot. And again, I mean, I haven't really been in that sort of thing for a while, so yeah, I mean, the risk, you know, it's a much smaller instruction set, and it's far easier to, like I said, far easier to scale. Yeah, I mean, the stuff's getting. So, see, I want to dock that there, but it's not showing up. So, I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Then I outpost. Alright, so I think I need to do a I need to do a quick relog. Yeah, it's it's not actually showing the thing. So what I'm going to do quickly, a quick log out. It's kind of one of the things with this game, and it's called. Some people describe it as logout commander, because most issues are fixed by logging in and out. Right. So go. There we go. PSM. There we go. So that's where, yeah. So you see, kind of, as soon as I did the logout and the relog, everything became visible. But I find ironic that despite us using multiple CPUs. No, that's actually the newer engines. The newer engines actually do make use of multi-core. The problem that we've had is a lot of the games are made to run on Windows. And Windows is a very, very bad at multi-core usage. It's kind of terrible. Linux, on the other hand, and the Unix operating systems, the more cores they have, the happier they are. They are proper multi-threaded operating systems. Windows is catching up, but it's always been terrible at that. And so a lot of that is not as much the game engines, which are catching up as well, but it's kind of the platform that they were made to function on. I mean, remember, Windows is essentially a single person operating system that has been hacked to be multi-user. It's like, you can see it in all this security stuff. It's shocking. And I am not a kind of a Windows fan at all. Yeah, I mean, well, that's kind of, you know, the principle, the KISS principle. Easier to diagnose, easier to find solutions, and easier to extend. You know, your operating system needs to be simple. It just needs to do what it needs to do. You shouldn't add a lot of complexity into your actual operating system, because it's got a job of operating your system. shouldn't really have much more than that. If you get it to do too much, that's kind of that's where you start running into trouble. Yeah, I mean, that docking, I mean, look at that. Alright, so now what I'm going to do. Oh shit. Oxygen low. Obi-Wan, save me, you're the only one that can. Come on. Repressurize. Come on. Shit. Now, should be alright. Watch my O2. I ain't got no more O2s left to watch. Okay, come on. Fuck. Damn, that was close. I need an EVA thing. I seriously need. Alright, now, what I'm going to do. Ah, yeah, no worries. No worries. I know it's the delay. Yeah, stream delay can be funny sometimes. So don't get me started on Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was nothing more than a used car salesman. Steve Wozniak, on the other hand, that guy was a genius. Steve Jobs, just a salesman. That's all he was. I don't understand why people kind of... He had his little reality bubble, but really all he was a... Yeah, Wozniak, absolute genius and the utmost respect for Woz. Steve Jobs, no. And I know people will disagree with me, and that's right, and that's fine. You know, it's Huh? Oh, there. It's up and under. Oh no, you can post. If you've got something interesting, I do allow people to post links and stuff like that. I don't swat them. If you post spam and stuff like that, Are you talking about that Tech Syndicate YouTube thing? Where they asked the question, has Apple ever invented anything after the Steve Wozniak era? That was funny. That was hilarious. Oh yeah. Yeah, apparently was a complete and utter torrent. Look at that. Now we could try dock with... it. You bringing in a new module, aren't you? But no, you just I have to click on this link and I see oh yeah. Yeah, well, hey Docklands. Okay, so Docklands, biggest new thing in this update, they completely redid the docking screen, and wow, docking screen is absolutely fantastic now. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dock. here. Let me dock this. I'm going to dock this airlock to the airlock. So check out this docking screen. Right, so dock. Alright, so airlock to outpost. Airlock docking, there you go. Okay, so look at that. Right, so I mean, I can see exactly where that airlock is. Right, so there's the airlock. And it's like all the stuff. I'm looking, I think I'm, you know, it's kind of turn. Need to turn this the other. So it's kind of like to get that distance right. You can mark it in the center. It is absolutely fantastic change. Oh shit. I hit the station. But look at that. You see, I can on the top right, it's like it's got that little thing. So finding the dock, finding the part that you're docking to, kind of easy. Like it's not on my screen. So where is it? You look at that top right hand corner and you kind of know where it is. Right, and kind of I want to go that way. You can kind of see my speed. Moving towards it. Just right, so that's kind of like that's, and I'm just kind of getting myself into position. Ah, oh, thanks Aaron, Timmy. Thanks for popping in. So, kind of move forward. See, you kind of got the speed there. So you see those kind of red lines? I mean, and then kind of turn that so I'm actually facing it. So yeah, it's the docking overhaul is definitely a huge one. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's, I mean, we haven't had an issue docking anything today, you know, because my biggest issue with docking was finding the part to dock with. Now with that top right hand thing, it's dead easy to find the part to dock with. Whether you shift it too much to the left and right, you just keep everything in the green and you sort it. So look at that. So what was that? Even with two people the same. Oh, okay, yeah. That's Paralita brought up something interesting as well. Both of us have been working on the station, and we haven't run into the same sort of issues that we normally run into. So, you know, with people spawning in other people's ships and stuff like that, we haven't had any of that yet. So that's good. So they seem to have improved some of that stability. But yeah, this docking improvement is huge. I mean, I'm lining the stuff up so nicely and easily now. Look at this. It's great. It's telling me it's green, so it's in a good thing. Okay, so that docking has come. very close to, very close to like real life technology. There's nothing in here that is completely, totally sci-fi. Yeah, I mean, over here, it's like the one advert that they had for this game. People putting a distress call. People come to see the distress call. The other person waits behind the station. As soon as they go into the station to, kind of loot it, she goes into their ship and flies away, leaving them in the station. It's believable tech. Davey B's got it exactly right. It is believable tech. You got proper airlocks. You haven't got kind of, air force fields and stuff like that. You've got fusion reactors, but if you look over here, solar panels. Don't use solar panels. Solar panels is what you use to kind of get your power. You've got your fusion reactors, of course, but solar panels works. There's no reason not to use solar panels. It's free energy. And even the spacesuits, sort of normal. Right, so the IM is now docked. Oh, you docked it to the to the life support.
New one. I think I'm gonna have to make a jump. I've got all the parts and I've got supplies, so do you mind bumping your shuttle out so I can dock?
Yeah, cool. Let me just... Alright, so what I'm doing... Let me just close this door. So, closing the airlock door. Then... Release. Ah, crap! Alright.
Forget about the 1-1.
No, I'm... Where the hell am I? I'm kind of... That was weird.
Oh, you got rubber banded out.
Yeah. It kind of lost it. So let's go back in.
Well, you can always jump in my shuttle, but we have to get your shuttle out first.
Yeah, no, I did release it, but it kind of put me in space. My shuttle still attached. Oh, no, my shuttle has released. I think my shuttle released.
I'll see if I can take a peek.
Where you?
Yeah, I'm showing a loose mule on contact.
Yeah. So my shuttle release. Okay, so that's kind of that docking actually sent me out of the ship. Right. So I think this is my. Oh, is that you? Oh, that's you moving. Oh, that is you. Right. So look.
Yeah.
There he goes. Yeah, I can see him inside the ship there. See, that's him flying in. Right, so where's my... Okay, so I'm going to my mule. And these are the mule ships. They are... Whoa! That's weird. Once I grab hold of it. That is very... Okay. So that I'm docking. I think my... Yeah, I just relogged to get this. My ship. Yeah, I mean my ship. the hell? Alpha games are alpha. That was bizarre. Yeah, that's why a lot of people call this game at the moment Relog Simulator. Because whenever something goes wrong, you relog. So. There is now. Will this work? Oh, come on. Oh, I think my shuttle. My
What are
shuttle.
you having trouble with?
My shuttle is bugged. Right now I'm inside the shuttle. I undocked. I undocked and now my shuttle is kind of Can you actually dock with the Yeah, you fine. Alright, what I might have to do, I might need to give the server a restart. That might be one thing. So, third try. So once you're ready, we might have to just both log out for a second, give the server a quick bump, and see if that will fix the glitching shuttle. I mean, I could kill myself, but wouldn't do anything good. Let's see. Well, you get to see the shuttle from the inside. You go down and then you go down the next level. Into that cargo area. Right, so I actually better log off. Yeah.
Alright, I've got a good successful dock.
Right, so what I'm going to do.
Well,
Right, tell anybody
relog
in the chat just that I'm just going to restart the server quick. And
Okay, I'm logging out.
yeah, it should take like 2 seconds.
Well, give it a minute for safety's sake.
No, it literally should take 2 seconds. It is. I'll do it on screen right here. Okay, see, there's your error. That's one error, mate. Alright, so we just do Hellion stop. Stopped. Hellion start. Server's up again. Like I said, 2 seconds. Right, so let's log in. That's how quick the server restart and is. It. Right, so let's see if this changed anything. Nope. Nope, the shuttle is lost. I am... Huh. I just want to check something. I am... I am completely bugged. I think it's I'm bugged, not the shuttle. Yeah. So look at this. I'm in space. I'm in space with not using my oxygen at all. Yes! I can breathe in space! Finally it happened! I'm a superhero! Yeah, I'm going to do that. I want to see if I can... Maybe if I can glitch into the station.
This is Bilateral returning with a comm check. How copy?
Yep, I can hear you.
Roger, have you same tango?
Alright, so I think it's me that's glitched because I'm breathing in space. You see there.
Get into an airlock and it should register you.
Oh.
Or at least transition from airlock or from free space to gravity.
Okay, so the station is solid. We don't have another airlock open.
No, I mean I can go back to my old abandoned pillaged thing and reboot that if I need the airlock, but I don't know. I presume they'd had free ones by now.
Actually, this module looks kind of plain. Like it hasn't rendered properly. Oh, I've got an idea. Open up the airlock. Open up your
Cargo? Yeah,
cargo
why
airlock.
not? All right.
And you can actually kind of leave it open because I can use the small airlock. Right, so what it's going to do, and you'll see me floating with no oxygen. I'm an alien. I was like, right, so he's stopping at a traffic light. I've come to clean his windows. Ah, your windows are very nice. $5, please. I just clean your windows. $5. Give to me. Give me 5. That's rude.
Okay, reaching hull.
Give me. Can you see me with no mask on?
I see you with no mask on now. Alright, you get gravity.
Oh,
Good, grab some of these parts so you can start fixing things.
okay, I'm repressurizing. Oh, as soon as I got in there, my eyes started popping.
Yeah, that happens, so put your visor.
So that kind of, so it looked like there was a transitioning bug between instances. Now I don't know if I need to get my oxygen. Okay, so I can open up again. I can breathe. Right, so what do we need to take up? Ooh, probably gonna need these. Resource inject. You've got some nice scavenging over here.
Pilfering tires. Pilfered Penanza. Pickled
Let me
peepers.
just heal myself quickly. That's why it's kind of the lost color, because when you get damaged in the game, when you take damage, you sort of the color starts going out of the system. Right, so,
Alright, so what module are you going to focus on fixing?
I'll focus on the 4-person module. So I'm going to take.
Alright, I'll
Two
put
of
the
those.
reactor stuff on the reactor then.
Take that after. Got one of those. Need one of those. you start going colorblind as you take them. Yeah, it's kind of, that's why everything looked very grey, and then I used the med pack, and as you can see, colors back on.
Reactor deck. Please watch your step.
And we're in the station. So look at that. Look at. Oh, be careful about throwing stuff through instances, because sometimes the stuff will disappear.
I know. It was something that was kind of like I wouldn't worry about if I.
Oh, look how cool that. How cool does that? Oh,
I just don't like having anything in my hands when I go through boundaries, so I'd rather throw it.
Yeah, I mean, how cool does that look? Yeah, with watching someone with no gravity come up. I mean, obviously, kind of you don't have the fidelity that Star Citizen has got, but it doesn't have the budget of Star Citizen. I think they've done a great job. The look and everything else. You know what this is? It's very alien-like in the look, except updated monitors. You know, it's got that same sort of industrial feel. And that's actually, in Star Citizen, that's what I like about the Drake ship. You know, it's that hardcore industrial feel to it.
Have you had any problems going through module boundaries?
Nope.
Okay, good.
So as soon as I got in, it seems fine. Okay. Ejector. It's all green. There. 7%. There. Actually, I can pop more in there. Ooh, I can actually pop 4 in there. Okay, that's good. Right, so this is kind of, if I look at this one, look at that, 100%, 87%, perfect. This guy is looking good. Other ones, oh, geez, they've used up all their air. Well, that looks, although that injector. Yeah, so we've got, okay, so in my main thing I've got 2. In here I've got 5 in that. I don't know. I think 4. Yeah, I think it's maybe. Yeah, maybe there's one more. Yeah, 5. You're right, 5. Oh, that's a bit broken. Let me replace it with... This one's 52. Okay. That's... Now, I know... Now, did I bring one of those? No, I didn't. I mean, look, a lot of this game is this sort of thing. It's you scavenging around, you finding things, you repairing your modules and stuff like that. Now, obviously, we are not
ready for prime time.
Yeah, I mean, there are definite things we still need to do. But it's like the idea of the game is just looking so good at the moment. You've actually got to find out all these systems, which are the things to replace. Okay, so this life support module is ready.
Power supply reactor is about as good as I can make it.
But now there's no cargo thing in here, so I can't refill my tanks.
Nah, you just have to go back to the lifeboat.
Yeah. There is. I'm gonna leave this full one here just in case. And we built a pretty big station, and it's gonna get bigger as we add more modules and stuff like that to it. Definitely, I mean, like I said, this game it's a weird one. It's a weird one because there isn't a lot to do, but yet I keep playing it. How many hours have I got in this game already? I must have. Let me actually have a look here. Like 75 hours. 74 hours. That's how many hours I got in the game. 74 hours. Now look at the mixed reviews. Okay, it's got a lot of mixed reviews, and most of them are, ooh, it's got bugs. Yeah,
There you are.
the multiplayer doesn't have network interpolation. I mean, it's like people just don't understand what early access. Oh, there you go. Right, so take this, pop him on there. No oxygen, no oxygen. Oh, your mule's got a lot of oxygen.
Yeah, that's why it's my milk mule.
So yeah. So I'll let
Go
you.
ahead. No, go ahead and drain it. Resupply everything up. That's what I brought it for.
Yeah, no, I'll let you do that. I'm just because I'm going to see if I can catch my mule. So I just want to.
Come on back out so you can go out through the cargo.
Yeah, but yeah. Actually, let me just pump some of your oxygen into this thing. So grab this oxygen, bring it up into life support tank. I'm just going to grab about 400 oxygen or 650. Oh, okay, it's 500. So I'm filling that oxygen up. Nitrogen. Wow, you got kind of full of nitrogen as well.
Yeah, it's my milk mule. I pilfered. It's for the big station.
Right, so that's 1,900. I'm trying not to take everything so I can leave you with some. Oh, okay, so I can only do 1,000. So look at that. Now, look how quickly that's draining because it's now bringing everything, the pressure and that of all the new extensions up. So that's using to do kind of the life support. So
We're getting a power issue. Check the Oh, it's probably because you're using too much juice from the life support. Check the reactor on the shuttle as the.
Oh, one of the reactors are offline. Power it up. Oh, the fusion reactor was offline.
Can you hear me?
Yep, the fusion reactor was offline. I just powered it up. It used up all the capacity. Hey, Amatox. Really? 280 hours? Nice. Nice. Yeah. Well, Silver Dreams is like that. Alright, so there we go. See, we got our fusion reactor is back online and it's filling up the capacitors. So is kind of, the solar power would do a lot, but when it needs a lot of power for kind of to bring everything up to standard, there you go, 1 bar. So we've got everything back in order here. So look at that. I mean, it's draining a lot of this, but it's bringing it all back to breathable air, making sure our station is at peak efficiency. Oh, Amatox, you will love, absolutely love the new docking, kind of the new docking thing. It is absolutely awesome. They did such a good job with that. Now what I'm doing, going to the mule. Oh, and there's another thing, Amatox, that. Hey, Zodiacua. There's another thing that they did on the mule. The bottom cargo hold is now an airlock. So you can airlock the whole bottom cargo. Oh, it could have been. Oh, no, say... Yeah, those, I don't worry about what it says, suboptimal conditions. Because when it says suboptimal conditions, it's like 98% sun coverage. Oh, it's suboptimal. You know, it's like, really? That's suboptimal? Alright, so look at this. Look at this new thing. So, depressurize. I'm depressurizing the cargo hold. The whole cargo hold, I'm depressurizing. That's great. I mean, it takes a long time to depressurize, but it works. So now you can afford to do this. You can afford to depressurize your cargo hold and open it up. Almost time to turn my oxygen on. Yeah, it takes a while though. Right, so look at that. So this becomes a whole. Okay. Yeah, right, now X.
Alright, well, I had to do a massive relog, so probably just user side, client side for me.
Yeah. Alright, I am heading off to my meal. It is 2.1 kilometers away from me. I might not be back. The cargo hold is depressurized, so.
Okay, thanks for the heads up. That's what it's there for.
Yeah. So I mean, you can depressurize in the lift and then go and repressurize it. I'm heading towards my meal. We had a bug where I got bugged, and so I was floating through everything. Now we don't know if my mule is bugged. Hope not, because I got almost an entire EVA suit. I just need the jetpack.
I think I need to go out there and wrangle me up one for you, huh?
Yeah, again, it's not really. Got about 25 minutes left of play, and yeah, I'll kind of a chance of me playing on the weekend. Whoa! You see, this is what kind of happens: is when you go too fast. No, come back! Yeah, so too much speed. This is why you don't keep your finger on the RCS button.
Bad idea.
Hey, Habs. Hey, Chief One Lung. Did that, Sorry. Oh, Chief, are you in chat? No, I don't think you are on the stream. Chief One Lung is he's one of my followers. Yeah, just you can tell him you can tell him in chat to join our module. We've got the space, got that life support thing, so he's welcome to join us. And in fact,
I'll throw him an invite anyway.
yeah, do that. And then if he wants, you can.
Unless he
or you can
wants to, if he's orbiting a thing, he can bring his airlock.
Oh yeah, we need another airlock. Definitely need another airlock. I just got yours all set up. This time I'm not going at 38 meters per second. Let me get into Discord. It makes it so much easier. Yeah, let's use up a lot of oxygen to get into this. Please tell me. Oh, that new docking UI is awesome. It really is awesome. I caught it! It's solid! Although, how is everything over here kind of floating?
Hello.
Hey, Chief. How you doing? Yeah, we've got a life support module going. Yeah, we've got a 4-person life support module attached to our station. We've got a fusion reactor and stuff like that. So you are welcome to join us. So, I think I can finally get back into my ship.
Could I disconnect could I keep my airlock connected to the airlock on my ship and jump with it? Or do I have to grapple it?
You have to grapple to jump. However, it's a 1 clamp usage for undocking.
Yeah,
so you don't have to really blow.
On all
everything.
On all docking?
Everything. It's
so I
just,
want to be in my ship when I undock.
Yeah,
you want to be in your ship, right?
Okay. Woo! I was just about to hit the lever before I came on this.
I know, that's what happened to me. I was like, what the hell? I mean, what the?
I will disconnect my airlock and I will grapple it, and I'll be there in a bit. I'll let you know when I'm ready for the distress call.
What?
Let me see where I'm at first.
What are you orbiting? Yeah. Check your.
I've got 947, so I'm around High Rock somewhere.
Okay. Your derelicts in the local area will give you the abbreviation shorthand for the moon or planet. You know, if it's Iblis, it'll be like IBL or something.
Yeah. Amatox says it is one clamp undocking, so that is absolutely awesome. The problem I've got is that it's 1 clamp everything now. So I like the fact that when you've got actual modules docked together, that you had to unclamp both sides. That's good. The only one that I needed, that I wanted the one link, was the grappling hook. That is not one link anymore.
I'm orbiting Calypso.
You know, that's not 2, that's 1. Okay,
Gotta figure out which one's Calypso. Look at the map.
Calypso is one of the moons. So you're pretty
second
close to us. You're close to us. We Iblith, I think. Was it Iblith?
Yep, this the blue water one.
When I'm ready, I'll have y'all hit that distress call, but give me a couple minutes.
Just us now anyway, so let me hit it anyway.
Yeah, just hit it now. As long as you're online, you should be alright. Right, so...
I can suffer through the beep beep beeps.
Okay. I'm in my ship. Now the question is, what the hell? I think I've lost all my canisters. Ah! I lost all my canisters.
I've got plenty on mine, but I just wish we had a place to attach them, you know?
Yeah, I forgot it. I didn't attach mine to my drills. Which I kind of, that's normally the first thing I do. You know, the batteries and the canisters on the drills. Wonder. Ooh. Oxygen. I'm gonna have to go scavenge.
Can I connect to my through the grapple, then disconnect the airlock?
Not sure.
Yeah, you should be able to ungrapple lifeboat from airlock once it's already grappled. You can grapple
Not sure.
airlock to...
That's exactly what I'm thinking, Silver. Although they kind of disappeared. Oh, look at that, depressurize. I love that. I love that. I'm depressurizing the whole cargo bay. It's not losing the oxygen. It is brilliant.
That's awesome.
It is brilliant. So
That's
this is
game changer.
It is. It is. It's going to make mining so much easier. Now, what they actually do need is kind of a rack to put your packs downstairs. I love being
Or
a human boat.
craftable storage.
Yeah, more storage areas. Well, kind of
Craftable, so we could put it where we want. I'd like some on the bridge and whatnot.
Yeah.
So when I lock the door.
Well, there's one for you guys' information. The straight corridors, if you take the nitro out of the straight corridor, you're not going to be able to put it back in. I learned that one the hard way.
Ha! Got him! I got the canister. Now, I don't know what happened to that other canister. That other, I just left it so I could open the airlock and it disappeared. I'm not sure where he went. Anyway, alright, so I've got a canister for each of my drills. Alright, so we got that.
I got a constant hairstyle. I had to relog.
I've got to say, this game is like whenever I play it, I just get a smile on my face because it just feels great being in space, going through airlocks and stuff like that.
It feels like in no other game. It feels like you're in space.
Yeah, it's that concentration on real physics. And you know something? I did a bad thing today.
What'd you do?
Kickstarter, The Last Starfighter. I thought, what's this? What's this? I watched the video, and what did they do? They talked about how they were going with real physics and, you know, kind of all that sort of stuff. And it's like, bastards. Absolute bastards. I backed The Last Starfighter today. Oh, bad. I'm bad. Oh, gee.
I hope that pans out for you.
Oh god, I backed your universe as well. I really don't think that's gonna.
All right, I'm gonna take everything out of my station bin. If one of y'all want to open a cryopod whenever I start getting that wet.
Yeah, they're all unlocked, so you just need to get into that, and it will. Yeah, I'm just bringing it up there. Starfighter Incorp. So let's see. And you're a backer. You're a backer. That's the. Alright, so they're pretty much close to the goal. They need 150. 50 hours to go. But let me just do this YouTube pause. Right. There we go. Alright, so let's have a look at this. Alright, so this is oh, that's not enough.
Our idea was to take hardcore science and apply that to basically a next generation space sim. Our game is going to be different because we're not going to rely on all of the other tropes that we've seen in science fiction, like shields and faster than light travel and artificial gravity. Our demands mean that we have to really look deep into the design and find new ways to make the game exciting and fun, and we think we've done that with Starfighter Inc.
We're not making shit up. We're doing our homework. We're studying the engineering. We've hired an engineer to design our spacecraft and weapon systems. He knows the math. It checks out. Everything in the game is something that could actually exist.
But you know, there's another big thing when it comes to why realism out there. Some people might say, well, what is real and is it fun or not? Once you start to understand some of these scientific basics, it doesn't mean you can't enjoy things like Star Wars and Star Trek, but they start to feel a little incomplete. They're more like fantasy, they're imagination. They're very fun, but you feel like they could go a little bit farther if they put a little bit more work. And so Starfighter can be so rewarding for us when we see you have to fight the rules, but when you hammer them down, you have something that you know will work.
This game is a hard science multiplayer space combat simulator. But behind the scenes, there's a huge and vibrant world of mega corporations and their many subsidiaries doing business, competing, and scheming. And they hire mercenaries. They hire lots of mercenaries. And that's where you come in. You are a mercenary for hire, and you'll find endless opportunities as a starfighter pilot. You'll go wherever you can earn some credits and a little reputation.
I think the fact that everything in our game stems from technology and theory that has been heavily debated and accepted by the scientific community will really resonate with players. We've seen a lot of games that take a fantastical approach to space combat, but not too many that get into the nitty-gritty details of how spacecraft are actually built. This is where Starfighter Inc. really shines.
So as an example, you have like the waves that are created by Daphnis in the rings of Saturn, which make a very interesting situation for us to have a combat situation in and fly through, and give the people an experience that they haven't seen before.
Making UI for a game that is hard science is extremely difficult because it has to run past experts in the field. It has to run past people who know a lot about military user interface and the real stuff. It can't be super arcadey, it can't be super flashy. I have to give you as little as possible while telling you as much as possible.
So this game happens no matter what. We think there's a lot of you that would also love to play this game. And to help us get this game to you, we need your help. Back this project, spread the word, get your friends to help out. It's just going to make the game that much better and bring it to you that much faster.
Since the last Kickstarter was unsuccessful, we've redoubled our efforts, and we now feel we have more gameplay prototypes to show and more of a reason for people to commit to the project.
I don't know if it will ever work and stuff like that, but
I just hit the docking thing on my ship for my station and it didn't undock.
Yeah, maybe they are a little bit glitchy. But so what do you guys think of that Lost Starfighter thing? It looks cool. I couldn't resist. It's I love my space games, and it kind of had that whole kind of realism vibe that Hellion's got. So I just couldn't resist. Let's wait 4 years. Yeah, but let's put it this way. I played 80 hours of Hellion. So if they develop nothing further, have I got my money's worth out of Hellion? Hell yeah. What did I pay for this? Like $25 or whatever it is? I paid $60 for No Man's Sky. I still haven't got my money's worth out of that game. I played this one like 8 times more than I played No Man's Sky. So I've got my money's worth out of this game already.
My equivalent is Astroneer. I picked that up in early access, and I played it for a while, but for an alpha game, it just isn't something that seemed to bite.
Oh, for me, I loved Astroneer. I've played it through the content. It's kind of like it's kind of the type of game that I want to play it again, but I'm waiting until they bring in more content, stuff like that. The Hellion, the way they're doing it, where they got every week there's more stuff, it keeps you coming back to try it out and play it. So literally, since it came out, at least once a week I play this game. Which you showed us on a water row. Well, that's look here. I'm not trying to get people to back that Starfighter. I was never going to back it. Then again, I was never going to back Dual Universe. I was never going to back Planet Nomads. I'm terrible. I love space games so much. I can't help backing it. Yeah, but what I think Silver Dreams, what they mean by realism is kind of using the Newtonian thing. Like, okay, Elite Dangerous, Star Citizen, yeah, they go for the whole big space stuff, but the engines just kind of like have to have some made up power to do that sort of stuff that they're doing. The lasers, the things like that. You look at something like The Expanse, right? That kind of has got more realistic space battles, and that's the vibe I got from that Starfighter, was the Expanse type vibe. It's the same thing I get from here. It's that Expanse type vibe. It's one or two kind of technological things, but really trying to keep, within reason of the technology. Star Citizen and Elite go well beyond that. 900 years in the future and stuff like that. So they kind of on a different level. They kind of on that Star Trek level, on that Star Wars level. That where it's kind of, it's sci-fi. It's total sci-fi. It's not kind of, what do you call it? Like, what's the name for it? Sci-realism? You know, sci-fi that's more realistic. It's a different genre. And they're both good. They both have their place. But lately I've been really enjoying the more realistic style stuff. You know, that's kind of, that's sort of been working for me. So I saw that. I wasn't going to back it. Then I watched their pitch. And I was like, wow. I couldn't help myself. I know, Space Engineers is one game I never got into. Imperium I got into, Space Engineers I couldn't. It's, I don't know, it's just one of those games, and I've got it, but I never got into it. Anyway, but I think it's 11 o'clock now, so I think I might actually sort of call it a night over here for myself. I mean, the service is going to stay up, so everybody is welcome to continue playing. You guys are welcome to continue on the base and stuff like that. But I think for me, I'm going to end the stream and I'm going to go to bed soon. So, again, anybody in chat, exclamation point games, and that will tell you where all the servers are. And you're welcome to join any of the servers. I started them for our followers so we can play as a community and stuff like that. But that's it for me. I am out. So, oh, let me turn that again. So, I think till tomorrow, 6 a.m. UTC, I'll be doing my Korea career, which I call North Korea because it's hard career. And tomorrow night, they've just released another patch for Planet Nomads. So we might take a look at that. Otherwise, I'll probably be on Hellion. Although, I was enjoying Elite last night. Too many freaking games to play. I just don't have the time. But anyway, that's it for me. So until next time, good night everybody and have fun. Cheers.
Can't maneuver my ship to jump.
It's observation. Whoa, my butt! Okay, patch tape, there we go. Yo, Talon, thank you so much for the host, dude.